The Red Queen hypothesis is an evolutionary hypothesis believed to have evolved from Alice's adventures in Wonderland, or its sequels, Through the Looking Glass, and what Alice found there. The Red Queen hypothesis is a difficult concept to understand and the role that it plays in evolution. In the book, Through the Looking Glass, the Red Queen leads Alice directly to the top of the hill. Along the way, the Red Queen explains that hills can become valleys, which confuses Alice. Already in this world, straight can become curvy, and progress can be made only by going the opposite direction. Now, according to the Red Queen, hills can become valleys and valleys can become hills. At the top of the hill, the Red Queen begins to run faster and faster. Alice runs after the Red Queen, but is further perplexed to find that neither one seems to be moving.
I just keep running and running and I'm going nowhere.
Apparently, it takes change.
Do something.
I don't remember.
Yes, pause it. Did you pause it?
This endless evolutionary cycle described by the Red Queen is portraying the natural interactions between species that live off each other's expense. In turn, these species co-evolve and are engaged in a constant evolutionary struggle for a survival advantage. They need all the running they can do for the fact that their environment is constantly changing. Prey and predator constantly evolve together to reach some sort of uneasy balance. This is how Van Balen came up with the name of this hypothesis, because species had to run to evolve in order to stay in the same place. However, this effects of the arms races between predator and prey is co-evolved with sexual reproduction and its own advantages.
The Red Queen hypothesis is quite simple when talking about the sexual advantages. Sex simply fights the disease. It is needed because diseases such as fungi or bacteria are breaking into cells. The cells are then being eaten, or like viruses, using the genetic machinery in the cell in order to replicate for their own good. These diseases are using protein molecules that bind to other molecules on the cell's surface. Parasites and their hosts are all for these binding sites, although one must have the right key for a certain lock. For instance, if the parasites keep replicating new keys that fit that certain lock, then the host must continue changing the locks. A lock may be common in one generation, allowing the disease to spread rapidly, but most likely won't be present in future generations, according to the Red Queen hypothesis. Sexual reproduction persists because it enables host species to evolve new genetic defenses against parasites that attempt to live off them.
In conclusion, the Red Queen hypothesis is simply that a hypothesis. For its truthfulness, we may only hold a neutral position. Yes, it is a working hypothesis, a provisionally accepted hypothesis proposed for further research. Although we are not to say it is necessarily true, the Red Queen hypothesis is a novel way of looking at the world, one with which we are not yet comfortable. However, we have not yet found evidence completely against it. This hypothesis is very intriguing and has made visible new paths for continuing research. The end.